Woo! What's good, people? It's your boy, Coach Chase, coming at you with another episode of In the Classroom. What's good? This is a Psychoschematics production. Now, we're going to continue with the scheme versus scheme topic. So, in today's episode, and another episode of my intermediate level series, we're going to be discussing man coverage, no blitz, versus vertical passing. So, as I told you before, I'd make sure I have everything prepared already. Well, there you go. There's the play art for you. So, in this particular play, I made it so that it's single back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, obviously the quarterback for the offense. For the defense, it's 4-3-4. 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers, 2 corners, 2 safeties. This is what most people consider to be base offense and base defense because of the formations and because of the personnel of both offense and defense. So, for this particular episode, like I said before, I'm gonna analyze the play. I'll give you my honest opinion about which player is the most viable option, or I'll just tell you whether or not I think the defense will end up winning this play. So, let's get it. So, with this particular play, you see these routes, both these routes are considered to be sluggo routes, so slant and go routes. So, what a sluggo route does is a sluggo route starts to look like a slant. So they'll start up, they'll make a slant cut, which is like a 35 degree, 45 degree cut in a specific direction. And then after, the wide receiver will take 2 steps with that slant cut, then he'll cut up the field. So it's a double move play. And double move plays are predicated on getting big plays, big gains in yards. So both wide receivers are running this. The tight ends are blocking. Obviously, the offensive linemen are just straight pass blocking. The running back is straight pass blocking. So this play is really designed for the quarterback to pump fake the ball to one of the wide receivers, to see if the cornerback bites on the pump fake if they're too aggressive, and then throw for a big gain. Now, with the defensive play, this defensive play is kind of rare because it's man coverage across the board, and the defensive linemen are simply just pressuring. Very, very rare play because, typically you'd see combo coverage with safeties playing robber 1 or cover 2. But with this play, nah. So with this play, once the safeties recognize that the tight ends and the running back aren't running routes, they're going to double the wide receivers. So with this play, I tell my corners to play press, and then I tell the safeties to come down and support the routes. If they notice that the tight ends and running backs aren't running routes, sometimes they don't notice quick enough, and then they're already out of position. You gotta remember, in football, it's like I said before, it's like chess. You gotta analyze things quickly, and then you gotta respond quickly. So, with this particular play, I'd say the defense has the advantage based on what I just wrote on board. I think the defense has the advantage. Why do you think? Well, number 1, they're outflanked. The offense is outflanked. So essentially, the only way the offense can really get an advantage in this play is if the corners have bad press, they have sloppy technique, and then somehow the wide receiver gets by the safety. But overall, if their corner has solid technique or just reasonable technique and doesn't get burnt too badly, and the safety lurks over in the correct angle in order to help, I say that the defense has the higher percentage, the higher probability of winning this play. So I say the defense will most likely end up just forcing a completion. I don't see, based on what I'm saying, I don't see this being like a turnover situation or anything like that, because the safeties aren't really surveying the quarterback's eyes. So no zone in this play. It's just straight man-to-man. Linebackers are in man too, so they'll probably just end up standing there, or eventually considering whether they're pressure or not, because they recognize that the tight ends are just pass blocking. But overall, I say the defense has the advantage in this play. Now, I'll bring you up closer. Like I said before, the safeties are manning up on both the wide receivers if they notice that everybody else, all their other teammates, are pass blocking. So if the safeties are intelligent enough to recognize that, then they just double the wide receivers on their respective sides. And overall, I think that gives them the schematical advantage if the defenders are aware enough. Now, let's say the defenders aren't aware enough. I'll just give you both hypotheticals. Let's say the safety takes the wrong angle, bites on the slant, and the corner has to play the wide receivers by themselves. Well, if that were to happen, I'd still say overall the defense has the advantage, because the reality is the quarterback will still have to make an accurate throw. So if the safeties screw up with their assignments and bite on the slant and they get outflanked, then it's still the corner's still going to be on man coverage on them. So either way, the quarterback will have to make an accurate throw. And I mean, not all the quarterbacks are that good at that situation. So I'd still say the defense overall has the advantage in this particular example that I provided you. So that's this episode of Scheme versus Scheme. Man coverage, no blitz versus vertical pass. So you best believe I'm gonna give you another episode. So stay tuned. Psychoschematics. Bye.